guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial slash review on the new Maybelline New York Soda Pop eyeshadow palette. I am so excited to be reviewing this. I actually reviewed the Maybelline Lemonade, I think Lemonade Craze palette earlier this summer, and I was like, oh my god, this is too freaking cute. So they recently launched this one, and I went to I went into Ulta and I saw it, and I was like, there was only two left, this one and another one, and I was like, that's coming home with me. You guys know how these collections, they just go quickly. So I was so happy about it, and to be honest, I feel like this color scheme is more me than the Lemonade Craze palette. I feel like the Lemonade Craze palette was a little bit more of like a fun, like out of your comfort zone, but I feel like here you have a good amount of like pretty wearable shades. So this is really exciting. I already went ahead and did my foundation and I did my eyebrows. So we can just go ahead and go straight into the eyes. So we are up close and personal, and as you can see, the eyes don't have anything on them, but just the foundation that I put over top. So we're gonna go ahead and prime them. So for primer, I'm gonna be using my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, the original one. I kind of think I may be getting the one in the shade Eden, because I've heard really good things about that one. And I'm using this Morphe M173 brush. This is what I like to use to just apply my base on my lid. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with this very beautiful transition color right here. That is in the shade Cola Floats. I like how it has the transition colors kind of like in bigger pans, those two colors, and we're just going to be using the JH34 brush from the Master Collection, and we're going to be placing that Cola Float right on our crease, and we just really want to be very precise with it. So far, the pigmentation of this shadow is very beautiful. I noticed that in the last palette that I used, the Lemonade palette, there was inconsistencies. Some shadows were really nice, some shadows weren't as nice. So I'm hoping that Maybelline took that into consideration and kind of made some adjustments to this palette. So we will definitely see about that. So what I like to do when I'm working on the crease is just starting right on the crease and then slowly diffusing it upwards as we place it right on the crease, so that we kind of blow up the look. It really helps people with hooded eyes. Now that we have that Cola Float, we're gonna go ahead and go in with Crushing, which is this one right here. Oh my god, my nails match the palette. That is amazing. And we're just gonna place that with this Morphe M506 brush, and we're just gonna place that at the top of where Cola Float is. So you can see that it can kind of give it a gradual effect, where it's going from like that like more terracotta brown shade to more of that like pure orange shade. But you want it to be very, very light. You don't want it to be harsh at all, because you definitely kind of just want it to be like a little pop. And another reason I like this brush, the M506, is because it is fluffy. So just as it can pack on that color, it also diffuses out the color, so it's not harsh on the edges or like all around. And you can see that it just blends really nicely. Okay, so now we're gonna be going ahead and cutting the crease. I really want this look to be super precise and snatched. Now, if you don't have hooded eyes like me, and like you don't have to worry about like the crease folding, or you just want to go straight in with the color and kind of just take it a little bit higher, like I've taught you guys earlier in previous videos, then you can go ahead and do that. You can skip this step. But I just feel like for me, I want to go ahead and really carve out the crease, because it's going to give me like a very precise finish. So I'm just going to be taking my Tarte Shape Tape concealer in the shade Medium. We're just using the Delium Tools Golden Triangle brush in 542, the bold lip brush. Perfect brush to carve out the crease, like perfect. So we're just gonna be taking Okay, so now that we went ahead and cut the crease, I'm gonna go ahead and take this JH41 flat brush, and we're gonna be using this brush to just set what we have on the lid. So I was about to say Crease, that's why I like hesitated. So we're gonna be taking this shade Ginger Ale right there. And does this have a little bit of shimmer? Is this a matte? This is a matte, okay, good. And that's gonna be kind of like the base color. So we're just gonna be putting that all over the concealer just so that we can kind of set the concealer. Like I mentioned earlier, I have to do this step with the eyeshadow or else I will definitely be creasing, and I don't want to crease because we are going to put a nice shimmer on top. Now we're going to be taking my MAC 242 brush. This is like my holy grail to apply lid colors, especially shimmer. Okay, I'm going to be using Soda Fizz, which is this beautiful shimmer right there. And then if we want to make it a little bit lighter, we can always go with this top shimmer, which is Tonic. So let's just go ahead and see how this shimmer applies onto our lid. Wait, that's actually really beautiful. It's very nicely pigmented, which I'm really impressed with. Now there is some fallout under here, so just be mindful when you're using this palette. Maybe start off with your eyes first and then your foundation. I'm vibing with this. Okay, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna finish this eye, exactly what we did, and then we can go ahead and do the other final touches on the eye, and then we can put on our concealer and do the under eye. But so far, this is giving me major life. Okay, so now that we have both eyes done on the lid and crease, we're gonna go ahead and move on to concealer before we can go ahead and start with the rest of the finishing touches for the eyes. So for concealer today, what do we wanna use? Let's use an affordable concealer. I'm gonna be using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I'm really excited because this one's definitely a great concealer. Just gonna sharpen those edges. And we're just using our Morphe sponge. This is the highlighting contour sponge, but I use it to do foundation, as you guys all know. And we're also going to be baking. And I'm going to be using my Airspun powder with my sponge, also the Morphe sponge, just to bake these under eyes and just prevent from creasing. Okay, now we're going to be using our Milani Luminoso blush, another fun drugstore fave of mine. I just love this blush so much. It will always be a part of my collection. I just like to keep it right there and just bounce it back in circular motions. Okay, so now we're going to be going in with some bronzer. We're going to be using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is one of my favorites, as you can see. And we're going to be taking the Master Collection JH02 bronzer brush, and we're going to be bronzing up this forehead. Live for a good bronzer and a bronzer brush. This has quickly become one of my favorite bronzer brushes. Now we're going to dust away the bake. My skin, around my cheek area, has been a little bit on the dry side, and I think it's because the weather's been so up and down, because right here it's kind of clinging onto my skin, so we are not liking that, but it's okay. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we are going to pop on a little bit of some eyeliner. We're not gonna be doing a wing liner, we're just going to be doing regular liner. I'm gonna be using my Sigma liner. And then we're just gonna be tight lining so you can't see anything. Okay, for lash, I'm using the Ardell Demi Wispies from the Studio Effects collection. These are my babies. I literally wear these in pretty much every single one of my videos that I film. Occasionally I'll switch to the Lily Lashes Mykonos, but these are amazing because they're so affordable, but they still give you that really nice flare, and they just look beautiful on. So this is definitely one that I recommend. It's stunning. I'm telling you, these are my babies. I love these lashes so much. I've literally been reusing this pair probably like 10 times now, and they're still doing so well. They're super duper comfortable. Well, not every day for everybody, but like this is like my everyday lash. They're super duper comfortable, and they literally don't feel like you have anything on. They're like beginner friendly. They're just a really nice situation that I'm here for. So lashes are on, and you can see they're so stunning, just like I mentioned, so take my advice. But I just want to go ahead and kind of get into this palette a little bit more, because I really like this palette. Like, I feel like this look is something that like I can wear constantly. Like, I could see myself doing this look often, because I just feel like these are the type of colors that I like to use that are in this palette. So now I kind of want to do something a little bit fun, because this is a purple themed soda pop palette. I want to play with the colors down here. So what do I want to do? You know what? I think I'm going to run this Great Pop, this purple, on my lower lash line and just see what happens. Sometimes you just got to go with it. Okay, that is stunning. Do you see how beautiful that is? I don't know what it is, but lately I've been so obsessed with purple shadows. I think what started it for me was the Norvina palette, because it's like that purpley theme. And after that, I've just been literally nonstop obsessed. And for this one, we are going to take it all the way through, just because I want to kind of really make this look pop all throughout. And this color does have a little bit of shimmer, so it's not a matte, but I'm not mad, because I feel like adding a little bit of shimmer in my lower lash line adds a really pretty dimensional look to what we already have going on. And like always, I'm taking my Morphe M508, my favorite brush to do lower lash line. Like, I can't get over it. You know what I want to do though? That I feel like maybe I'm pushing it, but who cares? I want to go in with my white liner. You guys know that I've been like a fan of the white liner. So I'm going to go in with this white liner. Wait, let me do it on this side. Just on our outer edge, you don't want to take it too far. So we just did it literally on the outer edges. I don't want to go all the way in, because I feel like for me, it doesn't look the best when I go all the way in with white. So I just literally leave it on those edges, because I feel like it makes them kind of pop a little bit more. It makes my eyes look a little bit bigger. So we're going to be using the Inner Tear Duct brush that I've been obsessed with, and that is the JH39 brush. And for this little pop of color, I'm going to go in with Tonic, this nice, beautiful shimmer shade that I wanted to originally use on the lid. Because it is a little bit lighter than Soda Fizz, I feel like it would be perfect to kind of like give that Inner Tear Duct a nice pretty pop. So we're gonna be going in with that shade, and I'm gonna be popping it right there. Ever since I got this brush and started using it, I'm doing the Inner Tear Duct highlight again, because I feel like it puts it in there so perfectly. I feel like it just adds like the best little pop. And if you're feeling extra fancy, you can go in with a nice matte shade and just kind of give the brow bone a little bit of like an enhancement. So I'm going to be using another Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush. This is the JH42. I mentioned this one as well. It's perfect for putting on that brow bone highlight or whatever you're doing with the brow bone. So I'm going to be taking the shade Ginger Ale, which I used to set the crease, to set the lid. And I'm just going to be popping that right up here. It kind of adds like a little lift to the look, which I am all about. So now we can just finalize the highlight and the lip. So for highlight, we're gonna have to use a Maybelline highlighter, because we use this baby. I feel like after using this, I was like, okay, now I'm inspired to use some other Maybelline products. So I'm gonna be using the Master Chrome Highlight in Molten Golden. Everybody raved about this highlight, and I actually really like it, and they came out with more. For highlight, we're going to be using our Milani brush. This is my baby. But today I do want an intense highlight, so we're going to be going in with a little bit of Matte Fix Plus in Gold Light, spritzing our brush just a touch, and kind of like letting it do its thing. As you can see, because I did go in the matte foundation, I'm definitely getting more of a matte finish on my face, which is why I do want to make the highlight a little bit more intense. Not that this one isn't, but I want to kind of give it that wet effect because I feel like my face is really matte. And even though I'm oily and I love a matte finish, I always want a little bit of a twinkle to my face. So we're going to be taking this brush, and this is pigmented because I already picked up a lot of highlight. And we're just going to be placing it right here. I love Molten Golden because I feel like it complements my complexion so beautifully. For anybody that's tan, I feel like this is a really beautiful situation, and it really competes with a lot of high-end highlighters. This is a very affordable one, which I think is awesome that, you know, Maybelline came out with these really good highlighters because I feel like they really changed the game. Okay, so now we're gonna conclude the look with the lips. We're gonna be starting off with our Sephora is this Rosewood? Yeah, Rosewood 15 lip liner. And we're just gonna line our lips. I'm gonna be taking my Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. I use this a lot during the summer. This one is in the color Driver. It's a nice, comfortable, like, matte nude. But I feel like it looks best on my complexion when I do have a little bit of lip liner. And I like to blend it in with my lip liner. So right now it looks a little bit messy, but it's gonna work, just wait. And I like this applicator because it goes to a point, so I feel like I'm able to really get in there. And I kind of tackle in where I line my lips down below with this lipstick because I want it to kind of be blended together, so it's not like a harsh, like on this side how it looks harsh. On this side I kind of already went over with a little bit of that lipstick. Blends perfectly in. If you want to be extra, you can go in with one of their glosses. I think today, because this is kind of more of like a focus on the eyes, I think I'm gonna leave the lip be. I like the combination of Rosewood Lip Liner by Sephora and then Driver by Maybelline. So I would really recommend checking out both that combination because I really like it, especially if you're looking for a nice nude lip combo. I think you'll like these two together. This is by far my favorite lip liner from Sephora. Like, out of all the brands that they have in there, Sephora makes some really, really good lip liners, and they're so creamy and they're retractable. So you don't have to worry about sharpening, which is amazing. Okay, so this is the completed look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching my tutorial and kind of reviewing it along the way. I have to say the Maybelline Soda Pop eyeshadow palette really impressed me. I was very, very happy with this outcome. I'm obsessed with this look. I feel like this look is absolutely stunning. I feel like it has like a little pop of color, but it still can be a very fall look, fall appropriate look. So I would definitely recommend you guys check this palette out. I feel like it's super pretty. It has those neutral colors that we all love and adore, but it also has some fun pops of color, which can really change the look up and make it a lot of fun. I feel like as we're moving into fall, we still want to keep a little bit of color in there because we're not like in the dead of fall, but we're like right in the beginning. I also feel like these are fun colors for like Halloween approaching. I feel like it has like those like witchy vibes in a way, those Halloween vibes. So you can do a lot with this. I will definitely be using this palette more. I love the good distribution between mattes and shimmers. And to be honest, I have to say right now that I think I like this palette a lot better than the Lemonade Craze palette. I understand what they were doing. They were making it really summery. I just felt like some of the shadows in there were a little bit patchy. Now that I've used this, I can see the big difference. I feel like when I first tried it out and as I was using it through the summer, I really loved it. But I definitely feel like they definitely made some adjustments, which I'm really excited about. And I feel like these are just so good. They blend so beautifully, as you guys saw me blend them out, and they just looked absolutely stunning. They do have a little tiny bit of fall, but it's not so intense where you're just like, oh my God, come on guys, like you're killing me. I'm definitely gonna be using this more in this coming month because I feel like these colors are very appropriate right now. I understand why they would release it for the fall time because I feel like this is perfection. It also helps me kind of stay away from my Norvina palette, which I've been using nonstop still, and I need to stop it because I need something new. And I just feel like this eye look came out perfect. So I really would recommend you check out this palette. I definitely think it's worth a purchase. I also like how they're doing really fun things with their palette. They're making them like fun. They're not just making them like simple looking. I feel like they're adding like a little twist, which is always great. But I definitely think that this is something that somebody that wears natural makeup looks can use and somebody that looks more drama can use. I just think it's a really good happy medium. So yeah, those are my final thoughts. I'm really excited about this palette and I will be continuing to use it for sure. So you guys may see this back on my channel or in my description box for when I do foundation reviews and you guys are like, what is she wearing? Maybe it's gonna be this one. So those are all my final thoughts. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial / review. I always love doing these for you guys because I feel like I can really give you guys a good tutorial, but I can also let you guys know if I think a palette is worth it. So if you guys have any other suggestions for palettes you want me to review, then please go ahead and leave them down below in the comment section so I can go ahead and check those out. Also, if you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Lets me know to continue doing these videos. And lastly, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I would love for you to become a member of our family here on YouTube because I wouldn't want you guys to miss my videos for the world. And also, if you haven't done so already, hit that notification bell so that you're notified every single time that I upload a new video and you never miss one video. Because, I mean, why would you want to miss my videos? So that being said, I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.